But Wake Up Dead Man, that ending, ugh, it did not do it for me.
It was okay.
It did not do it for me at all.
Although at the end of the day, we could kind of predict, or you already suspected the person in it that did it, but it was just, I think it was a good one. I had a fun time watching it.
Yes, I agree. I had a fun time watching it. I was laughing so hard in the beginning. Loved it, loved for weeks. However, there's this one thing that just like, ugh, that did not gel it well for me. But before you continue the video, spoiler alert.
So for those who need a refresher, Martha goes through this elaborate plan to stage a resurrection for Monsignor Wig, and it did not go as planned. So she put Samson in the coffin instead of Monsignor.
Yeah.
This whole thing was just to make everybody believe in a miracle.
I watched this movie on the morning of my birthday, so it really annoyed me because at the end, I'm saying, what was the reason? What was the point? Okay, you already know about this Eve's apple, this thing that the first priest took as his last communion. You were there because Martha is this person that has been in your church all this while. She's working, she's just assisting as much as she can. Yes, we didn't know that. Okay, ma'am, I already suspected her anyway, so that's it. But it's just her reasoning that really just made me angry. So the entire logic behind it that really pissed me off. Okay, this man should be buried with this thing. You went for confession and you told this erratic Monsignor about Eve's apple, which is actually, if you already watch the show, a precious jewel. So the man to the buried, you told Monsignor about it. You found out that Monsignor is trying to get it.
Yeah.
And now, okay, we made this very elaborate and brilliant plan, killed him. So what was the entire reason of now doing a resurrection? I think that there are other ways for people to also believe in the faith, because even the people in the church, there is a small congregation, they already do not trust or like this man anymore. They're already seeing how he behaves, they're already seeing that he's erratic. They already lost faith. Even the religion is not going to regain their faith from what they told us about this character. I don't think anything is going to re-stimulate their faith.
Yeah, I think Martha's logic was really flawed. Yeah. But I think that's one of the reasons why she went to take it, so that okay, before the son takes it or figures it out, she goes and take it. But at the same time, he did not even tell his son about anything.
He did not tell him.
He just died, and you should have just let it die like that, I guess, because she could have found another reason to take the jewel out, maybe after a while or something, find some sort of excuse and take it out. But she decided she wanted to plot this whole plan, and it's flawed.
Yeah.
Because it was such an exciting journey.
Yeah.
From the beginning of the film,
very exciting.
Hearing the priest's journey, how he became a priest, and then trying to figure out who did it, and then it became Martha and her reason for doing it, and even it did not make her reason for doing it did not make the ending very satisfying.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, but it was an okay fun watch.
But do you think that this was like a character flaw, or was it the writing?
I think it's the writing.
I agree with you. At first, when I was coming here, I was thinking, oh, it has to be a character flaw. But thinking about it now, yes, this will have second skin to the priest, that we have a lot of people in this parish. Like there's a Martha in every parish. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's always people like that. And they know this secret, they're carrying a lot of secrets, but does not mean that they'll not try to go through this elaborate plan, because there's one thing that Catholics have in their mind, is that the church will always prevail. Yeah. No matter what. They'll always be parishioners. People will always come to the church. A new priest will always come in. So I don't think that her logic really did anything. It did not cement anything. So yes, I agree that it's a writing flaw.
It would have made sense more if it was the son that did it, wanted the money for himself. Now that his sister is kicking him out. Yeah. Any other person would have made more sense.
Yes.
But it was just there.
Overall, it was interesting. I liked how erratic Father Weeks was. It was my favorite character in the movie. He made me laugh so much. Then the whole name calling, the story was beautiful. But I think this is the first Knives Out mystery that I don't really care about the other characters, like the other so-called suspects.
Yeah, and I think it was intentional to just make the priest like forefront and center. That's George O'Connor's character.
I did not even suspect the priest.
I did not suspect him. No. Like, I think it was intentional. Okay, don't really focus on these other people. I think maybe that's how they wrote it. But I don't really care about everybody. I care about Andrew Scott's character because I always like him in everything that he does.
Andrew Scott, you just know that he's just a silly writer, as usual. Great ensemble of stars, but they're just like sleeping in this in this movie for me. Nothing they did, and they called them suspect because in the beginning when the narration happened, they said, "Oh, you have to know this because they are going to be our suspect." I was just very intrigued in it because number one, the entire setup was just very funny for me because it's something that is just very familiar with. So it's like somebody just holding up a mirror to your parish or what your life that you're living in, and you're just finding it so amusing. So I had a fun time watching it. The time when they started the entire resurrection thing, I'm like, okay, they really lost me, and it just really made me so angry because here I was very happy in the beginning, and now the ending is just blah. So that's what my annoyance.
So just the backstory to give us for the characters, the suspects, and I think I would have liked it if Father Weeks staged everything at the end of the day. The resurrection was real or something.
Yeah, something
like,
else.
Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, still a nice title.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
And I anticipated this movie so much. And hey, Benoit Blanc was also at the background for me in this one. It did not really stand out to me, not stick out to me at all. It was just the priest Weeks, then the the other new priest, then Martha were the only people I could see in this movie. Yeah, they're the ones that stood out to me.
It was just okay for me. I think it was just normal self, but this time I think he just wanted to really observe based on he's not really into the religion so much. So he was just like, okay, let me observe. Like, how does this make any sense? Because it's a crazy, miraculous story that okay, somebody died. We don't know how it happened. Like, it's supposed to be impossible for that stuff, something like this to happen. So I think that's why he was as confused as us. I think he was more like one of the audience, like just observing and trying to figure it out, like guessing, okay, who did this, who did not do this, and yeah, he was just okay for me.
Well, let us know what you think about the entire ending. If the ending was great for you, or if you had this confusion too, that is this thematic or is this just a character flaw? Let us know in the comments. And yeah, rating. I don't even know what to rate this one.
I'll give it 4.5 stars.
I'll give it 3 because I had a fun time watching it. But so it pissed me off so bad. Yeah, so
I like it. I think it's my second favorite for the Knives Out movies. The second one is my favorite one right now, Glass Onion. Then this one. Then the other one, I don't remember the first one so well because I watched when I was still in school. So I don't know. It's good, but I'm not really sure. So this one, I had a fun time. It was very engaging. So I think it's like second.
Glass Onion is my least favorite one. The first one is my favorite. Then I'll put this one first just because I had a fun time in the first half. That's it for me. But let us know what you think in the comments. Which of the Knives Out mysteries is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.